Hello and welcome back to Christine's Mom Picks. I'm Christine. I just want to say if you can see a huge mess behind me while I'm making this video, we are in the process of moving and we have turned our living room where I record these videos into our newest playroom, just like dumping zone. All for Weston, just so everything is consolidated into one room, just so we know like how much stuff we have of his. It's amazing how much you can accumulate. Like he's going to turn 1 this month. Also, first of all, whoa, but he is turning 1 this month, and it's just crazy how much stuff we've accumulated so far. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's my shopping addiction. That's actually 100% what it is. But this kid has so many toys, and yet he still like always gravitates towards, like, now that he's crawling, he gravitates towards like the doorstop. I don't know if you saw my short, it's just hilarious. He gravitates towards the fireplace, which we haven't baby proofed this house because we're moving. So we're like, what's the point? We're like moving. So everything, like, we're just following him constantly, which I know you want to do regardless anyways, but like, we were very excited to move to the new home and like block off the stairs because I don't know what it is. He sees something dangerous. Like his favorite cabinet is right there. If you see like the kitchen sink, he loves that one specifically where, the cleaning supplies are. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyways, yes, it's a disaster behind me, but you know what? That doesn't stop the videos from coming. All right. So today I want to talk about how to pack for daycare. I know, so Weston's been in daycare for a few months now, and we absolutely love our daycare. And he is a 11th month old. So in his 11th month old class, we have to provide a certain amount of things, and I'm going to go through like everything that we have to supply. But he is also like in this stage where once he joins the next level up for classes, they start providing him food and making him lunches. But his age range right now is so wide that like we have to provide his lunches and his snacks and stuff like that and his bottles of milk. So I'm going to just show you kind of like everything that we're bringing. All right, so let's get started. So first things first, I supply a backpack. I know our next daycare, they give us a tote, which will be really nice so that every kid has the same thing, but his current one does not. So we have this backpack. And what I really like about it is it's simple, it's not too bulky, and it came with a lunchbox, and the lunchbox fits perfectly right in there. So that is honestly what hooked me. Also, the fact that Ralph Lauren has sales all the time. This was a great deal because I was looking at getting him a Pottery Barn kind of like custom personalized lunchbox, and it almost netted out, I swear to God, like $75. And I was like, there's just no way I'm paying $75 for a lunchbox that he's going to use. I mean, I don't even know if he'll need it at his next daycare. So what, like a couple months. So I love that this whole set with the sale was under $75. So he got a backpack too, which is like, we're going to be able to use this for trips and just like when we hang out with friends and stuff like that. So anyways, great deal. So starting off, like what I do, I pack his lunch every single night. I'm not going to show you what I pack, but I am going to link this website that I love. Her name is Eating with Zion. That's like the name of the website. She also has an Instagram, and she has the best recipes for babies. And what I like about it is she tells you kind of like the age it's good for. So like 7 and up, 9 and up, 11 and up. So you kind of are making sure that whatever you're feeding your baby, you know that they're in the right age range. And I like it because there's so much variety. There's breakfast, lunch, snacks, dessert, dinner, and everything. Like you can make a tuna dish, you can make a salmon dish, you can make a beef dish, you can make a vegetarian dish, like so many different options. So I highly recommend it. Again, I'm going to link it because I always do it. So I like to make breakfast, lunch, and several snacks for Weston. And I'm usually making her recipes. I'm making them on a Sunday and then popping them in the freezer and then just having a bulk, like kind of meal prepping basically. And that's what makes it so easy because during the work week, I'm so busy. I mean, I work a full-time job. I get a dog I have to walk. I've got a baby to take care of. So I like having something ready to go. And I love it because it's still homemade. So it feels like cheating during the week because I'm like, man, it's so easy. But I'm meal prepping on Sunday. Also about her recipes is she puts like, oh, it's easy, it's difficult. Like she tells you like kind of like what you're expecting. And honestly, I think every meal I've made has been easy, and that's how I like it. It's simple, it's easy. You just mix it together and you plop it in the oven. So it's just very foolproof. So that's what I do. I start with a lunch. Now let's get how I pack this backpack. So like mentioning the snacks, I like to bring a fresh like thing of snacks. I want to say I supply a new one every month. I think that they always let me know like when he's running low on things, but I love these Once Upon a Farm puffs. I like these ones specifically because they're the apple, sweet potato, and coconut. So they're kind of on the sweeter side. Now that Weston's 11 months, he's becoming a pickier eater. And I also like put in like a tomato and beet one and like a spinach and herb, and he refuses to eat them. So I'm like, cool. What am I gonna do with this? I don't want them. And then I've like offered it to my other friends who also have kids, and they're like, oh no, our kids don't like that either. So I'm like, great, we're entering the phase where I'm gonna have to start hiding the vegetables in the meals I make him. But this one he consistently likes, so I keep bringing this one, and I like it because it's simple ingredients and it's delicious. I actually like this one. Yeah, because of course I have to try it all, you know. Okay, so the next thing I pack is I pack a bib. I always put him, when I drop him off at daycare, I put him in like a drool bib just because he is a little drooler, but I also have a food bib. And I usually just will like write his name on the back in Sharpie or something because it ends up coming off this material. But I like this bib because it comes high to the neck so it doesn't like get food on his collar. So I'm going to link all of these things, but I always pack a bib to go with his meals. He also takes naps at his daycare. So I always pack a sleep sack. So this one, I packed my worst sleep sack. So this is a sleep sack that it just pills a lot. So I just don't like this one that much, but I bought it. I'm not going to like let it go to waste. So I pack this sleep sack for his daycare, and I just keep my nicer ones at home. But I always pack a sleep sack, and they give it back to me at the end of every week so that I can always wash it. And I always try to air dry this, so it takes a few days for it to dry, and then I'll plop it back into his bag. But yes, so having a sleep sack, definite must for napping at daycare. Another thing that our daycare requires, and this is something that Weston, they just started requiring it because Weston is now like showing lots of signs of standing up and he's crawling. So he's a man on the move. So we pack little shoes. These shoes are so when they go outside or when they go into the piazza, that's what they call the little playroom. He has shoes on, and it just keeps his feet warm because we are in the colder months right now. So having shoes is just super important. I got these off of Amazon. It's so crazy because like they're like, okay, you need to have shoes, and like Weston just doesn't have that many shoes. I think all the shoes he got were like either gifts or something. So I don't know how to shop for shoe sizes. So that was a fun little journey to just like what's a 2C, what's a 3C. I don't know. So you kind of, I mean, Google solves that problem, but I packed these little shoes for him, and they're so cute. They're just like a little make a little handsome man. So the next two are a no-brainer. A fresh pack of diapers. Again, I get my diapers from Thrive Market. I mean, look how white and simple they are, and just with like that little pattern band, that's it. I love them. I think they do a great job with the absorbing, except for nighttime. I showed you guys that one in my nighttime routine. Sometimes these do fail me during during the evenings, but I do love them for daycare. We don't have any accidents, and I like that they're white because he wears. I mean, my color palette for Weston is white, blue, navy. Yeah, just different shades of blue and whites and beiges. And in green, I guess I get a little wild with the green. But because of the white like onesies I put him in, you can see the diapers underneath it. And I know he's wearing pants, but still I just kind of like that these don't show through, because I know a lot of diapers do have like thick patterns, which they're super cute patterns. For me personally, I love a good simple minimalist look. And then with the diapers, you got to have the wipes. So again, I do the Honest wipes. I love these wipes. We get the sensitive ones, and we've never had an issue with them. They have great cleanup. They don't have any fragrance, which I really like. And Weston hasn't had any like reactions to it. So I love these. So that's very important. We have to restock these. I mean, now that Weston's a size 4 in diapers, like the diaper packs are getting smaller. So I feel like I'm restocking this weekly. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do for the bebe. All right. Like I mentioned, we are in winter months here, so I have to make sure that I'm packing warm clothes for Weston because it is very chilly, and they take the babies outside every day unless it's like storming or something like that. They're not going to, but if it's like a nice cold crisp day, they will take the babies to go play in their little fenced yard area. I think it's turf because he never has any dirt on him, but he has so much fun out there. They always send photos. They update this app that we use, and it's just the cutest thing to see. But because he's outside, I always pack a winter hat. I'll link this. It's a pack of 3. It came with black, gray, and a navy. And I gravitate towards these more than any of the other beanies that I have. I love this because it's stretchy. It fits a small baby's head very well because Weston does have a smaller head. I think he's in like the 30th percentile for head circumference. So he does have a smaller head. So I love these. And they're so thick and they stay on. I feel like I bought another pack off Amazon and they're horrible. They just like, they're way too big, even though it says it's for babies. Like he just got a small head. So, I mean, like he has such a small head. We wore that hospital cap like that they send you home with for the first like month or so because every other hat that we got for him was like falling off. So if that kind of puts into perspective, if you've got a baby with a smaller head, you're gonna love these. And they make feminine colors as well. So I mean, not like black and gray or not feminine or navy. I mean, if I were a girl, I'm gonna keep using them because I love them so much. And then the last but not least, we put his snowsuit in there. How cute is this? It comes with little feetsies. It comes with little mittens and it comes with a hood and it's so thick. It's like fleece inside and it's super warm. Like, and I know it's warm because sometimes I'll wear Weston when I'm taking the dog and Weston on a walk because I bring both boys. I'll like carry Weston, put him in this and walk the dog and it'll be cold outside. And then I come home and I take Weston out of this and he's like sweating a little bit. So I'm like, okay, this I know is like killing it. So this is again, also Ralph Lauren, not Amazon. So I actually got this at Marshall's and I got it end of season and it was on the clearance rack and it was for $40. I kid you not. This retails for $195. Even though they do have their sales, they have sales like frequently on, especially if you go end of sale, like right after the holidays, this kind of thing is on sale. So if you know you're going to have a baby or you just want to like stock up or I don't know, if you know winter months are coming, and you want to prep for the next year, take advantage of their sales because this is an investment piece. And when I tell you it's worth it, I've felt like the other like brands that I typically shop for, like Amazon ones, Old Navy, like I love those brands, but the thickness is just not the same. So if you are in a cold area, this is worth the splurge. All right, I hope this was super helpful. Again, I know every daycare is different. Maybe you live in a warmer climate, so you don't need all the things that I'm showing. But I just think that's good to show like kind of like what we're packing and kind of give you some advice because before Weston started daycare, I was like, what the heck do they need? And I know what's different about his next daycare. So when we move at the end of this month, we are joining a new daycare that provides certain things. And one of the things that we have to provide is a like sleeping bag type thing that has a pillow insert into it. So I'm actually going to link that as well because I don't know how common that is, but I mean, like I found the cutest one off Pottery Barn that was on sale, but I'm also going to link one on Amazon that I was also eyeing just so I have 2 different price points. But I think for the most part that this was like kind of similar what we will be packing for his next daycare. Again, I hope this was super helpful. Good luck with daycare. I know daycare is such a mixed emotions because like one, you're like, okay, I can like get time to myself. I can like go to work and not have to like watch a baby and work, or he's going to be socialized or she's going to be socialized. So it's like great in that sense, but then it's also like I miss him. I like every time I drop him off, I'm like, man, I miss you. They have this app that we watch and it tells you like every potty break, every time they feed him. It's just very detailed about his day to day. That is my new social media. I am on it all the time and I love when they finally upload the photos because like some days they'll like upload it early in the morning, some days it's in the afternoon. You don't really know. So I'm just like constantly like refresh. Like I want to see the photos. I already told you I'm obsessed with my baby. But I love daycare. I love that I know he's learning things. I mean, that's where he learned how to crawl. He's learning how to wave there. Like he's learning some skills that like when I'm being a working from home mom, it's a little more difficult for me to give like 100% attention to like work and baby. So I love that he's getting this help and this attention and care. All right. Well, again, I hope this is super helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you guys pack in your daycare bags or anything that you like need a link for or you have any questions about. I'd love to learn more and help. All right. Again, I post every Sunday, so hit the subscribe button and get the notifications for when my next video comes out. Bye.